All right, my friends. We are live on the Simpsons Road Rage on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at the same time. And to say to the name, what's my name? I'm Jerry Banfield. I'm back. I just got an Xbox Series X off a GameFly sale. I'm hyped. I'm reading a wild book. A nutty book series, Colony Cavalier. This just came out and was independently published. It is the wildest book I've ever read. The author says it's a true story. I'm 75 pages in. We've got into alien abduction, cloning, time travel, Illuminati, sacrifice rituals, and we visited the moon already. And I'm 75 pages in. I'm like, whoa. Flying to the moon right now, like, whoa. Aliens taking your soul out of your body, like, whoa. Human sacrifice, like, whoa. This is really nuts, like, whoa. My wife's like, that might not be true. I'm like, I hope it's not true, like, whoa. Cause good God, like, whoa. What an intro! That was a strong intro today, wasn't it? I just slayed that intro. I'm gonna shout everybody out now. Oh, one last thing. We gotta pop up the alert box here for everybody.
Shared your stream.
You could use somebody. I'll shout everybody out in just a second. We'll actually hit the start. Hey, who do you want us? Which character do you want us to pick out on here?
I'm Bart Simpson.
Who do you want me to play as on this? We're gonna stick the alert box in. I don't even understand on YouTube. YouTube's putting out one of my live streams that has like a really long intro like this. I'm like, why are people even watching that? I don't even understand. What's up, Adam, Walter, Jeremy, Willie Glow, Daniel Gonzalez, Thomas the Retro Gamer, Donald Griffin, Jose, Heath, John, Andre, James, Jacob, James, Lisa, glad you're here this time, Heath, Willie, Brett, Anarb, Ahmad, James. I feel like, who said, how rich are you? I feel like a millionaire.
Who the hell are you?
This is a book, Series Colony Cavalier. It just came out within the last month on Amazon. It's independently published, so it's not censored like most of the mainstream books you get. This one is wild. It's a wild ride. Strap yourself in. You can always text me if you have a specific question. All right, you want first one, who? Jacob said Homer. That was the first one we'll put in there. Let's go Homer. We'll accept, and we'll just do this first Evergreen Terrace level. What's up, Luke? Nice to see you. James? Who else is here? I'm way behind. Brandon? Oh my God. Pick Gramps? All right, what's up, Arnold? Thanks for watching from Bangladesh. Is anybody on YouTube or Twitch yet? If you want horizontal and you can't stand this vertical stuff on Facebook, just go to YouTube or Twitch. I'm horizontal on there. And you get the view you're used to. MTD Bassist. MTD, what's up on Twitch? Thanks for first to be in the comment there. It's so nice when I just don't... Dude, you know what? I just didn't realize. When you get these old games, you really need to make sure they load first, just in case they don't. I'm so glad this one freaking loaded, because one time I stepped up to do my live stream one day and the game didn't load. I'm like, man, why can't this game load right now? Like, whoa, stressing me out, killing my vibe, like, whoa. Stop and pick someone up. What is this, like Taxi? This is like Taxi right now. This is funny. Crazy Taxi. I need to turn the volume up. I can't even hardly hear this. Can you hear this? All right, I'm just, forget the game for a minute. Let me turn this volume up. I should have recorded my intro. Always hit the dang record button from now on. Let me turn this up on Twitch. Yeah, my Twitch name is the same. All my names are the same everywhere. One of the worst things the streamers do is have their branding different places. Mine's Jerry Banfield everywhere. You just search Jerry Banfield, and you'll find Jerry Banfield all over the place. Oh, these controls. Oh yeah, let's go. This is funny. Dude, this thing just takes out trees. Hey, I'm listening. Hey, get in here. I appreciate those of you saying it's a great game. I'm listening. I think the universe is a cooperative place. Oh, dude, I just missed that one. Dang it. I think the universe is a cooperative place, and if you listen, if you put out there what you really want, and you keep your eyes open and listen, the universe is gonna give you exactly what you want. Wait, how do I stop? I'm trying to back up! I'm trying! Pick another passenger up. Thank you for the follows, YOLO the Guru. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Dark99 Naruto, and JTX Hitman. Thank you all for the follows on Twitch. Wow, we've spent half the time loading. And here we are again. Michael, thanks for watching on YouTube. I am not using Streamlabs. I'm going to put out a video that shows you how I'm multi-streaming just with OBS. I'm going live on all these platforms just with OBS and 2 phones. I'm not using Restream, I'm not using Streamlabs to do it. What's up, Jimbo, Peter, Justin? Nice to see you today. Another first-time viewer. Gotta say you're one of the best I follow on Facebook. Hey, thanks for telling me that on Twitch. One thing, Twitch stinks for a lot of things, but one thing Twitch... Thanks for the share. One thing Twitch is really good for is keeping up with people over a long period of time. Facebook is, you know, easily, you get distracted so easily on Facebook. There's so many people to follow. On Twitch, it's just about live streaming, so I appreciate those of you that follow everywhere. That way, I am so in love with you. We ought to stay together. I just skipped through the song a little bit. All right, let's do Road Rage. I think the next main one you were asking for was, I think you're asking for Bart next. All right, let's go to Evergreen Terrace. What's up, Luke? I got some high vibes today, considering I was just reading this wild book. This wild book was talking about alien abduction, and it's a true account. It's a true story. I believe it. I believe it. Of course you believe it, Jerry, because you're such a gullible fella. I believe he was talking about alien abduction, cloning. What else was happening? Gray aliens, tall, and reptilian aliens, tall, white-ish, look gray alien lookings, lighter color grays. What else is he talking about in this book? Human sacrifice rituals. The Illuminati, and human slavery happening currently. He was, and I'm like, whoa. I just like to expand my mind.
Time to make some cold, hard cash.
I just like to expand my mind, you know? And I'm like, whoa. And I like to figure out, this guy actually takes interviews. So I might interview this guy one day. It's only like 75 bucks for an interview.
I feel like a little shoplifting.
Fine by me.
Oh! And we're in a spaceship for this conversation, which is perfect. The truth is out there. Read which book? If you want to make sure I see your comment too, you can text me. You can post it in Discord, or you can post it in my supporter group. I read every comment that's shared in one of those contexts.
Hey, that was pretty good.
So if it's in my supporter group on Facebook, if you text me or if you put it in my Discord, I read every one of those comments always. I miss comments on the live stream because y'all want open chat. Y'all said you didn't want supporter. The supporters wanted supporter chat, but the non-supporters, which is the majority, wanted open chat.
We're both playing hooky today.
My thoughts on the Illuminati sounds totally plausible to me. Maybe I'll even think about joining. It might be too late. My bloodline might not be there, but I think the Illuminati or the Cabal is. I think that's a real thing.
Recklessness, but we sure got here fast.
I think that's a real thing. And the Illuminati stuff actually seems to involve extraterrestrials. Like the Illuminati seems to be started by extraterrestrials. Get him to play some Street Fighter while you do an interview? Yeah, that'd be cool if we could play a video game while we do an interview. That would be a fun format. I don't know if he set up to stream video games, but given all the stuff he has done, I think it shouldn't be too big of a deal, right? That's a good suggestion. Thank you for the follow, King Adams on Twitch. Very grateful for all of you following
out of
on
the
Twitch,
car,
because the main thing, live streamer, people like me that create content, the main weakness,
Welcome to the Bark Zone.
most of us
take
are
me
not very
home,
well
please.
diversified.
No
We're focused
problemo.
too much on one platform. Or if we are diversified, we're doing a piss poor job on most platforms. And I've got a simple formula. I put one reel up, reel / TikTok or short, whatever you want to call it, every day. And I put one, and then I do a live stream every day. And then just do that repeatedly, which gives me a really strong and consistent
Your
presence.
driving scares me.
And here
Hey,
we are.
Nabil says, looking
wrinkles
smart,
hurt.
thank you. We're playing around with the appearance. The old no shirt got old. So we're having fun.
Oh man, this sucks.
It's cold up in this mother too today, so I got my shirt and tie on. Oh, hey, who's on?
Now a supporter.
Nan Dren says, is streaming your primary source of income? Yes, currently my largest source of income is Facebook gaming, which has averaged around 9,000 or 10,000 a month the last several months. I think I've got about 5,000 so far this month.
You're rating
And I should have about another 1,000 or so on Facebook coming this month. I've got thousands more in bonuses that are coming soon as well. And I see the biggest place I can increase my income is more, just be available on YouTube to get super chats and tips, and Twitch. There's just the direct donation links, all I've got on Twitch, because you can't stream as an affiliate on Twitch and get bits and supporters on Twitch.
Well, thank you very much.
And
Mr.
YouTube
Fan,
is
to
actually
get you
putting
right
out some of
plus.
my live streams after I'm live, which is just supernatural. Rick says, since when am I wearing shirts? Heath, thank you very much for becoming a supporter. Welcome to the Jerry Banfield family. We just unlocked all of the different characters. So whoever puts in any of the chat which character you want us to play next, we will pick that character right away. Whoever puts it in first. You can just put in the first two letters of the character. For example, you could say, Ho for Homer. And that ludicrous song's kicking off in my head right now. Use a homer! I said that, use a homer! Alright, who will put it in first? Luke said Grandpa first. Alright, where's Grandpa at? Alright, am I... Alright, I'm unlocking something right now. This isn't... Oh, these are just cars I'm unlocking, isn't it? Let me unlock this school bus right now. Alright, we'll do Grandpa first. Luke got it first on Facebook. Le Joker, nice to see you. What's up, Stevie? Barry, Rick, Vincent, appreciate you watching. Anything you'd like me to talk about, I'm all ears. Really, I guess all eyes. But, alright, you want to see Grandpa? Let's run Grandpa. That's still locked, so we want to see if we can get to the next level on this next one. And let me tell you, it's been a long road to being a full-time streamer. I tried streaming games and I spent thousands more than I made. For the first several years I streamed games. And I gave tens of thousands to other streamers. Many of whom were making more than, actually were doing it full-time. And I think it's just miraculous today that now it's happened for me, that I've been full-time streaming for almost a year and a half now, video games, and it's actually paid the bills.
Steal any of my
And in
passengers
fact, the
and you'll pay
more
for it,
I've
my
stopped
friend.
focusing on how much income I make on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, the more income I'm actually making. Like, I don't
Take me to the Quickie Mart.
I don't pay any attention. I pay very little attention. I notice, like, oh, people sent $350 on this stream, or people sent $2. But I've taken the emotional attachment out of it. I'm like, I kind of don't care. Like, it's not my job to send myself money or to tell you what to send. It's my job to show up and to make something that's really worth watching. And I know if I do that, it'll all work out. I don't need to
Home,
know
please. Mother
how
needs
it
her
works.
sponge bath.
Luke says the Illuminati stuff blows my mind. It does. It does. I used to think all this stuff was crap, but I had a feeling for the long time that things don't work how it looks like they work. Like, it looks like there's a president that we elect, and then the president and the Congress and the Supreme Court. It looks like they handle stuff and that's how things work. And then everybody tries to have their input. But
To the church, please, and I'll expect to see you
that
there
didn't
on
feel like it was
Sunday.
true, though. I'm
What
like,
year is this?
it feels like there's some hidden hand, there's some deep state, secret government that actually makes real decisions. Because I was thinking about the presidents we've had during my life. You know, they ran on platforms of change, like Barack. Barack ran on this
think we were
platform
gonna
of
make it,
change
did
we
you?
can believe
Praise be
in.
the glory
Trump
of
ran
God.
on a Make America Great Again. And you got George Bush and Bill Clinton. You got very different presidents, but the exact same feel to the country.
I'm afraid
Like, it
of the
feels like
future.
there's some secret dictator who's ran the country for our entire life. Like, you would think the difference between Barack Obama and Donald Trump would be severe. Like, you would think when Trump got elected that, you know, and the news the mainstream media tried to make it look severe. But if you look at how things actually
Back
worked,
in my day, we
there's
called
been almost
sandwiches
no
Flat
difference
Freddy.
that I've seen
It cost
between
more playing cards
Barack
with my-
Obama being president, Trump being president, Biden being president,
Your
Bill
driving
Clinton, George Bush.
scares
It's like
me.
the same person
Even
has
I
ran
know
the
this
country
isn't the
my
right
whole
way.
life. And my
Oh,
dad
this is
was in
taking too
Vietnam, and he
long.
saw how there were so many like lies they try and get you to believe in. And his sergeant in Vietnam told him he asked his sergeant, he
I
said,
need
"Weren't
to
we over in
walk now."
Cambodia earlier today, Sergeant?" And the sergeant said yes, and then my dad said, "Well, why is Nixon telling people on TV that we're not in Cambodia?" And his sergeant told him that Nixon doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That the president of the United States doesn't know what he's talking about. And like that's often in the military is frequently known. You know, not every member knows it or realizes it, but the president's not the commander-in-chief of the military? That's almost preposterous.
Yeah. Didn't think we were
It
gonna
seems,
make it,
and the
did
more
you?
I've studied like Illuminati, deep state, hidden hand, cabal, like this
Hey there,
seems
family
legit.
member who
Like
neglects
that
me.
feels true. Like there's some
Kid, are you?
hidden hand, some group that
Don't
runs
talk while I'm
things,
driving.
and they're not accountable to anybody. They're not accountable to any of us. But from what I'm hearing, they are accountable to extraterrestrials. They are accountable and they are dealing with extraterrestrials. And they are doing absolutely anything and everything. And what I'm reading is that now is a time where we collectively are breaking through and breaking out of that matrix. And you've got movies like The Matrix, that's what they're aiming at telling you, but they can't come out and say it directly. Jennifer saying the current president's a puppet for sure. I mean, it seems like they're all puppets, like they've all been puppets. That's what it feels like to me. Shasta, thank you very much for being here on YouTube today. What's up, Dante?
Hey, your rating is
Destructive.
I think some presidents may, you know, they come in with the best intentions, but, you know, at the end of the day, somebody's calling the president up and telling them what to do. Like, they're not in there really making decisions on our behalf. I've seen documentaries that said Bill Clinton, that his life would be in danger if he came out against, if he spoke about like the Illuminati and the extraterrestrials. And I've also seen, thank you for the 130 stars, Jason. All right, see you later, Jason. I've also seen documentaries that have said, all right, who do you want me to play with next? First one in the chat, I'll select that character. I've also seen documentaries that have said, what am I about to say? Oh, I saw one by Dr. Stephen Greer that said Bill Clinton he wanted to know about the UFO phenomenon, but he couldn't disclose anything publicly. That if he were to say anything publicly, his life and his family's life would be in the crosshairs, and that JFK was actually killed because JFK got into office. JFK got into office and realized the military, really more the military-industrial complex, like kind of companies and military combined, that they were not giving him access to everything he ought to have access to as the commander-in-chief of the military. and he was going to come out and say publicly that, hey, I'm the president. They're not giving me access to Area 51. They're saying I don't need to know about these things. And that the CIA sent this memo out 10 days before he was assassinated saying that he was to be assassinated because he was going to blow the cover on everything. All right, let's get in this game. Let's rock it. Play Beavis and Butthead? All right, I'm always listening for your recommendations. Narden, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching. I want to, oh, this school bus is slow. I want to beat this so we can get into the next level here.
Dude, take me to the Quickie Mart. I feel like
All
a
right,
little
Quickie Mart. This,
shoplifting.
I got school bus hella slow. But I think all this stuff's, I remember when I was in college and listening. I mean, when you're a kid, you often just believe whatever you're told. But then one of the things that happens when you're a teenager, you start questioning things. And I remember when I was in college and they're telling me,
that was pretty good.
you know, this is how things were. And I remember just thinking, BS, like these are lies you're telling me. This stuff isn't true. Oh, there's some missing link and we have evolved here on Earth. No, we didn't. That's crap. I remember when I wasn't into aliens or UFOs or conspiracies at all back then. But I remember thinking what they taught us in school was crap.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Like who came up with this? It's a joke. Like, seriously?
Rock on, dude.
I had no idea.
What's
you
up,
could drive
Gerardo?
so fast.
Richard, nice to see you today. I appreciate you watching. I'd love to know how long you've been watching and where you followed me at. Let's see if we can get to, how do I back up? Oh, circle backs up, okay.
Hey, dude. You got it, dude.
I love talking about all this stuff because, to me, these are the most exciting ideas out there. And it also helps me unplug and be mistrustful. Like, from what I've seen, the mass media is completely controlled by the Illuminati, cabal, deep state. You know, whoever it is that controls the president completely controls the mass media. And every narrative we're given is it's a narrative that is fitting that agenda. But I'm seeing stuff that we're actually in the process of getting liberated from this oppression.
Welcome to the magical mystery bus.
Like that a small group of humans and perhaps even extraterrestrials are ruling this planet. And we've been under that rule for a long time, and we are summoning other friendly extraterrestrial beings to come help us get out of our own mess. But we have to be prepared collectively to be free. And I'm part of the force here that's, you know, my work is to help us,
This is way better than
is
driving
to help
those
us be
stupid
liberated
You're
as a
slower than
people,
my
as a
students.
planet, and to not be under this rule anymore. And that's why, dang it! Get in here, stop! That's why I do my live stream, is to get these kind of ideas out. Because these ideas are really powerful.
Steve stole my police car.
Just
These
leave it driving to me,
ideas,
dude.
you know, reconnect you with your true power. Hey, I'm glad you enjoy this game. I'm listening to what you all like me to play, and I'm listening. Humanity collectively seems to need my service in this particular area because I trust my passion, and my passion has guided me towards, like, this book I've been reading that I'll show you again in a minute. Like, dude, I'm just like hungry for this book. Like, I need to read this whole book and just get all this information inside of me. It's like I just got to download this whole book into my
Say, could you
mind.
take me home, good Samaritan?
Chill, dude.
I gotta just get it all in there, you know what I'm saying? Oh. You need to start a talk show? This is my talk show! What's up, Teflon? Thanks for watching on YouTube. This is my talk show. The difference, I do video games as a background because it has more mass appeal. Whereas if I don't play the video games, like, nobody watches. But I play the video games and talk about this stuff, and y'all watch.
Thanks for the ride.
Alright, I want to get up to 10,000.
Hey, little
We got
bartender.
4,000. We need to
To the
get a
quickie
little
mart.
bit better
At
at driving
once.
this particular
No
course.
problemo.
Morgan says you look like the transporter. Nice. I love how the different outfits I'm wearing are reminding you of different people, movies, things that you love and enjoy. And I love I love helping all these live streamers and content creators out, because I think one of the best parts about all of us that are kind of independent as content creators,
Can you give
this
an old
is
Seabird?
how,
You got it,
you know, I'm
dude.
not the mass media is
Could you please
controlled
stop
by
running us
money and
aground?
power structures, whereas you got somebody like me, they haven't paid me.
This ship
They haven't
be
given
too
me
slow,
my money
says
to
I.
be quiet and not talk about this stuff. So,
I've heard Van
I
Halen's
mean, I've
guitar
heard some
solos
people have been
belong
offered
to
as
that.
much as $1 billion to shut their mouth about this topic. But see, you get all these kind of, you know, little people like me, so to speak, who, you know, I've certainly got a following, but, you know, you're not going to see me from looking from the top down. You're not going to notice me.
Hey, your rating is...
You know, sitting up there in the
Destructo.
Illuminati rituals, you're not going to notice Jerry Banfield, at least yet. And that's why I love this, you know, I love this independent thing we're curating here. What's up, Mark? Nice to see you today. Austin says, what's your thought about dinosaurs not living on Earth, but on another planet that blew up and the remains landed on Earth? Dude, that's possible. My mind is so open to what's possible today. I believe that's possible. Mark says 2 million followers. You ain't little.
Blessed your hide to Hades, you meddling
I remember this
fool.
adult film I saw before where, all right, tell me which character you want, and
Get ready.
we'll
for
whip it
some
out next.
Big Willis
I remember seeing
style.
this adult film, and the guy whips it out, and the girl's like, "Oh, you're so big," and he's like, "Ah, I'm not that big." That's not that big. I think about that for my following. I'm like, I'm not that big. It's not that big. Paul Smith, what's up, Paul? I found this game because I'm listening, I'm watching my chat, I'm seeing what people suggest. Yes, I don't do some. Oh, wait, Mr. Beast 6000?
Right. This is
Well,
way
what is
better than
who is
driving
Mr. Beast
stupid kids.
6000 on YouTube? Let me take a look at that. That's interesting. There looks like there's a check mark to it, but it got me interested now. That's a nice name you got there. Mr. Beast 6000. It looks like a verified check mark, but I don't know. This game is fun. Oh yeah, let me know who you want me to play with. Let me know the driver. Whoever puts the driver in first will pick it. Would you sell your YouTube?
I got the need for
No, I
speed.
wouldn't sell my YouTube channel for anything. Definitely would not do that. I actually tried to sell a Facebook page a few years ago and it got stolen. By a few years ago, I mean like 7, 8 years ago, it got stolen. Krusty, all right. I haven't got him unlocked yet. We'll need to unlock somebody else. Bart, all right, we got Bart. Lisa? Oh, we still haven't unlocked this yet. All right, looks like we're in the same location. All right, we're loading up, my friends. Jeff, I'm so glad I'm one of your favorite streamers. What I love to put out there is stuff that will help expand your mind. Because what a lot of us have been force-fed most of our lives is this one-way narrative where this is how life is. You get up, you go to school, you go to college if you can, you get a job, you work, you raise a family, you save for retirement, you believe what the TV tells you, what the government tells you,
Another
you do what
day,
you're told,
another set of irradiated
and then you
passengers.
retire,
Excellent.
and then you die. And
Time
that's your
to
whole
make some
life.
cold,
And
hard
we've also
cash.
been made to feel that if you don't do it that way, something's wrong with
No
you.
problemo.
If that's not what your, the programming includes, if that's not what your life looks like, there's something wrong with you. And if you have a story that doesn't go along with the narrative, something's wrong with you. When really nothing's wrong with you. You are an immortal God creator with similar properties as God. You are creating the
And sound.
universe in real time. You chose
that's
to
a new
incarnate
record.
here. You are a very powerful being.
All right.
And there's
Wow,
not just
right.
one way to live
Promise
life.
I'll try
This is
my
a
best not to throw
multi-dimensional
up.
Fine by
reality.
me.
And one thing I'm getting into learning about the Illuminati is I'm reading some of the same books that they read. And
Get
I'm
out
taking,
of the car, man.
like,
Thanks,
one of the
little buddy.
required books
You're the
for
best.
the Illuminati to read was the Seth material, I heard. So I started reading that. And it's good, and it talks about how you are the creator of your reality. It talks about really advanced ideas, like, you know, the past is a field of possibility. The past is not a fixed timeline that just one thing or another happens. The past is a field of possibility.
Oops.
And you can actually change the past, and you can even change the future right now. Thank you for the 100 stars, my man. Johnny. What's up, Johnny? Appreciate you being
Bart,
here.
don't worry. We're both playing hooky today. Well.
My goal is
here I
if you
thought
can
I'd
open
never
and
find a
expand your
ride.
mind, you will feel good.
Excellent.
And you will be able to assist lifting humanity out of our, you know, what may be tens of thousands of years of essentially
Ow.
human
This is
slavery
going on your
to,
permanent record.
Don't forget to
you know, and
ride.
extraterrestrials using us like batteries, like you saw in the Matrix. Maybe that's the way it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's fun to have an expanded idea of what's possible. And to hear so many different stories and to realize there's truth to all of them. There's even truth to stuff like Harry Potter. You should become a Freemason
All
then?
right, chill, man.
I don't find myself drawn to join any secret society because I think the one thing, if we want to have a human race that's filled with equality and that's filled with truth, the one thing we need to totally eliminate is secrecy. And the first place we need to eliminate secrecy is in our own mind. That
If
we
it
must not
isn't
keep
Reverend
secrets from
Lovejoy.
other
If it
people.
isn't the spawn
We must
of
be
Satan.
willing to put everything out there
To
in
the
the
church,
open.
please, and I'll expect
And
to
the
see you
reason
there
I'm
on
sensitive to this
Sunday.
information
You got
now
it.
is because
Welcome to
I've
your destination.
I've
Praise be the
went through
glory
the work
of
to
God.
clear out my own secrets, clear out my own shame, and I'm willing to put absolutely anything
And
out
where
there
can
today.
I take you?
Can you take me to
You
Reverend
put so
Lovejoy's
many
house?
hours in on this game on
I'm gonna bless my
GameCube?
new
Nice.
haircut.
No problemo.
I had a GameCube too, but the PS2's got more of the games I want to play. Have you tried selling a testicle? So random. Hey, if you need a moderator, I'm
here we
open to
are.
having a
See you around,
moderator for
friend.
the YouTube chat. So far, it doesn't seem like we need one too much, but
Welcome aboard.
I'm open to the idea.
home, please.
And
No
on Twitch, thank you for the
problemo.
follow, Pedro, on Twitch. Yeah, I think it's important to be free of secrets. Secrets are one of the most... All these things that go on, they require secrecy. And in fact, there's 3 million people that have U.S. federal secret or higher security clearances. And I'm just thinking, like, what are all these people doing? Millions of
writing.
people
Bart
who are
Simpson
cleared to
Incorporated.
work on
Thank
secret
you.
projects. And that's just the ones that are publicly acknowledged and known about. Like, what are all these people doing with all these secret clearances? What are they working on? What's crazy is you
Let's
have
go,
no
Matt. Haven't
right
got
to
all
know
day.
about
Can you
what
take
they're
me
working
home?
on.
Thieves stole
And
my
your
police car.
congressman and
No
even your
problemo.
president may have, and in many cases appear to have, no right to know what's going on.
Smashy, smashy.
I want an end to all secrecy, and that can happen when we start asking questions and demanding answers. Like, what is going on in all these secret programs? What kind of technology? I've heard firsthand from someone who has very high security clearances that I will not believe the technology that's going to come out in the next few years. And that's ridiculous. Why are these technologies so secret that are going to come out that I wouldn't believe them? That's
So glad
ridiculous.
to be of
Like,
service.
I guess that's what you get
why
when
do
you
we
have to drive the
collectively
speed
accept
limit.
this? Like, well, it's okay.
Bart Simpson.
And
at your service.
thankfully today, all we need is the people that are in these programs, a very small percentage of them, to, as is already happening, continue to come
Fine by
forward and
me.
talk about what's going on. We're getting all kinds of whistleblowers in these programs coming forward, but then there's fake whistleblowers too. There's people that come forward with misinformation. So my work today is to level up myself, be free from secrets, you know, live a life of transparency, and then assist in raising all of us up. Pedro, I'm glad to see you on
Chill,
Twitch.
man.
I'm glad that I'm now streaming on Twitch. I actually have one of the top books on Audible about how to grow a successful Twitch channel.
I didn't do it.
And it seemed so fake, I imagine, to a lot of the readers that read it, and then looked and saw I wasn't even streaming on Twitch, because many of them probably didn't take the time to realize, but some did, that I've been live streaming on Facebook
I think you could
Gaming
have avoided that.
instead of on Twitch. But now I'm on every platform because, you know, these platforms come and go. You know, Facebook Gaming is a very good,
And where
very
can I
powerful
take you?
Please don't tell my
platform.
manager
I
you
think it's
saw
the
me.
best platform
I'm
to stream
supposed to be
on.
cleaning out urinals
That
at
said,
the movie
Facebook
theater.
Gaming is
You
pretty
got it.
bad at some things, like, you know, keeping you connected with viewers over time. Facebook often struggles
I'm
with
outta
that.
here.
Notifications,
Please don't tell my
Facebook
manager.
often
Aw,
struggles
man,
with
this
that.
sucks.
Whereas Twitch seems to do much better at those. Derek says they try to keep you locked up in the dark. Well, that's... What's cool is, even though I'm a big believer in Illuminati, cabal, deep state, basically secret control over all people on Earth, I'm a big believer in extraterrestrials.
Hey, your rating is...
And
Reckless.
even though I'm a big believer in these things, and I believe there's a lot of awful things that have happened we don't even know about, that people are coming forward, like this book I'm reading is going into them. This book talks about human slavery that is happening on Earth. Now. Today. What this book indicates is that there are people that may be in slavery on this planet today. And not just, you know, like a lot of us are kind of slaves to money, but the actual, like the way you think of a slave in bondage and chains.
A
This
shiny new
this
donkey,
man
the man
says
who
that
brings me
he
the
spent
gift of
the
Homer
1980s and 1990s as a slave. That he was not free, that he was abducted and taken and, you know, was served in all these programs. And even though I believe in this stuff, I also don't think that, like, I'm not going around crusading and saying how wrong it is, because, you know, why did I incarnate here? I incarnated here to have an interesting, fun life experience. I didn't incarnate here just to have all green grass and sunshine. I want a good time. And I think Illuminati and extraterrestrials and, you know, it all makes things fun. Glitches get stitches. Nice to see you. Thanks for watching. I will drop you a follow. What's up, Derek? Tristan? 2 Tristans in the chat. George, nice to see you. Thank you, Barry O'Brien, for subscribing for another month on Facebook. Michael says, I wouldn't be surprised if they had alien technology already. I'm hearing that we have had alien tech, that the Germans in the 30s got alien technology, and that the Germans actually, a contingent of Nazi Germany, survived World War II and went to Antarctica
Cool.
and made a
The
base
Pretty Mark
there,
at
and then
once.
went to the
Thank you.
moon, and then established a space fleet and infiltrated the US, and is still a going concern. And you can imagine why this has not been admitted publicly. Although there are records I've seen of the USA sending a naval mission to Antarctica, which then, according to the first press report,
To the school, please.
that mission in Antarctica,
Sit back and leave
they
the driving
lost.
to me.
That in 1946, we sent this huge fleet down to Antarctica to get rid of these Nazi bases, and our fleet was defeated
What clever
by
driving.
this Nazi
Bravo.
breakaway civilization and their allies. You can see why something like that was kept
Welcome
secret.
aboard.
Because how bad would that make everybody look? And then Roswell happened after that, after it had already been established that You know, the Germans were messing with aliens and alien technology. We couldn't even beat them in World War II. I mean, their country was beaten, but a contingent of their country escaped to Antarctica and made a new spacefaring civilization before we did.
Take me to the retirement castle,
Infiltrated
please.
our
I
companies.
need a cadaver to practice on.
And then
Don't
from
sit on my
there,
handheld.
it's wild now. The things I'm hearing are wild, like that we have time travel technology, and we've had time travel technology for decades. That there's thousands, there are thousands
Thanks for
of
choosing environmentally
interstellar
friendly transportation.
civilizations
Bye,
that we
everybody.
trade with.
Hi,
That
isn't
many of the things
carpooling
you make
great?
and work on may
somewhere
actually have something to do
Sure
with,
thing.
you know, galactic trade. I hear that there's a slave trade,
Back.
as described in this book, where people are going missing from Earth and waking up on other planets, in other galaxies. And they're, you know, I'm hearing so many crazy things, like some of it may be misinformation, some of it might not be true. And that's why we all need to talk and like, all right, what is true and what is misinformation? Like we need to
I need to walk now.
we need to have truth. Right now our human consciousness is full of deception. We need
How do you
truth
like
out
my
there. What's up, Joshua?
Yeah, time for some mass destruction, man.
You got it.
Yeah, and I obviously there's things we want to keep secret from other countries, and it makes sense. Some technologies, it seems logical to keep those secret because they could be used in a malicious way. For example, I hear that anti-gravity technologies have been kept actively suppressed and kept secret for 50 years.
Smell you later.
And you could
Well,
understand
it's just
why
getting
anti-gravity
started.
technologies have been kept secret, because that could very easily be turned into a weapon. If you have an anti-gravity craft, and I've heard that there were people working on a civilian space program, and they were just basically wiped out by the government seizing everything in, quote, national security,
Hey,
because
hey,
they were
your
on path to
rating is
giving
destructo.
civilians access to anti-gravity technology, which of course, if that was in the wrong hands, could be very destructive. But the thing is, it seems that our secrecy is so destructive now that letting these secrets out can't possibly be
Come
more
on,
destructive
come on.
than
While we're
all the
young.
things that are happening based on having things secret. Like, I've heard that we have infinite, unlimited energy technologies. And these have been kept secret because they would disrupt the existing money system. But that needs to happen. Our money system needs to be disrupted so that all people around Earth can eat. George says, I want to be a galactic slave. Well, that's actually how, apparently according to cosmic law, people that are abducted have to go willingly. And how people are taken into galactic slavery is it's presented in such a great way, like, hey, you're gonna get to go to another planet. It's really awesome. And you'll be doing these projects that nobody knows about, and it'll be really important work. And you're like, yeah, that's great, let's go. And you sign up, and then once they've got you, now you're screwed.
Another defiant
You
motorist.
end up on this
You'll
planet
soon
in
learn your
miserable
lesson, friend.
conditions. And you really wish
Aye,
like
it's a
hell you're on
fine
back
day for a
Earth.
man in his
But you're
tractor.
totally
Get
screwed
in.
now.
Help
Because you're on
yourself to the
another
lawn
planet.
Take me to the quickie
And you are,
Don't
there is
make
no
Willie
hope at all
angry.
for you out
You
there
wouldn't
unless,
like Willie when he's angry.
unless Earth collectively gets its knowledge up. And that's why we need to raise up our human
That's gonna leave a
consciousness
mark.
in order to get these secrets out. Because yes, if we just kind of willy-nilly throw all the secrets out, they could be
No,
used
Chip.
dangerously
A
and
fellow
harmfully.
Scotsman.
But we need a higher
that's a
level of
new record.
consciousness to be able to handle these secrets.
Oh,
So that's
that
what I'm
little
working
girl.
on.
Climb aboard.
And what I love about what's happened in the last 2 years
Would you mind taking me to school?
is the
Don't
mass
worry.
media,
Willie's got you
or,
now.
you know, perhaps through the influence of the cabal, Illuminati, ET agenda, they've went so hard on the censorship
I'm so
and
happy.
the
I'm gonna play my
misinformation
bagpipes
that
till they burst.
I think a lot of people are, more people than ever are starting to see it. Like, you look around at what's being put out, and what you're being told versus what you're observing in reality is starting to be noticeably different for the masses. Like, you're told to fear this thing. It's so horrible, and you know, you need to do this and do that to stay safe. And you look around, and you're like, I don't see anything happening like this. Y'all are making all this crap up, aren't you?
Or I'll rip your face.
There's nothing happening. It's a beautiful day. Everybody's fine. There's a couple of people that have the flu, and some people who are sick already died. Like, that's normal. I've looked at the statistics the last 2 years. There's been no change in the amount of people that have died. Like, the same amount of people that were dying in 2018, 2019, same amount of people have been dying in 2020 and 2021. Clearly, whatever's went on hasn't actually affected the human population in a noticeable way.
Thanks for the lift.
And why are we getting all this information? That's clearly BS.
And Selma.
Sorry about the steam.
And I think
Well, he's been
that's
cleaning out
actually
the
been a
puke
great
bucket.
tipping point where so many of us are starting to wake up and notice, hey, what I'm being told is obviously a lie. And I want to know, where can I get the truth? Or a version of the truth that feels true to me, instead of something that feels like an obvious lie.
Get out. I'm late to see the
Michael, I've heard that theory
Nice
before. I
try,
hope that's not true, because I'm going to be looking for a new family, new wife. I'm going to be looking
don't
for
sit
new
on my
friends.
hitch clipper.
I hope that's not true,
Yeah,
but
time for some mass
I've heard that.
destruction, man.
Ay, this is so much
I've
better
heard
than
that some of the
scrubbing
Illuminati and Cabal and ET agendas that rule Earth think that Earth should be populated, should have a population of about 500 million, is what they think is a good population, and that they're making efforts to take the population out. And if I was gonna do it, I would certainly want to take out the
Now get your
weakest
stinking arse
ones, and
out
to
of
me, I'd want to
tractor.
take out
You
both
suck.
physically and mentally weak ones. To me, physically
You've got
weak,
to be
that's pretty
kidding me.
obvious, but mentally
I'm just
weak, I'd
getting
want to take the
warmed up.
ones out who were easily lied to and manipulated. Would be, if it was me, and that was what I was doing, that'd be how I'd do it. So I am very excited about the future, and I think it's possible for us to level up our consciousness, work together.
Destructo.
And you hear people, that's what's challenging when you're into all these conspiracy theories. There's obviously some stuff that's crap. And then there's so many different stories. Some say this is gonna kill everybody. Some say there's gonna be a solar flare that's gonna kill everybody. Some say that we've avoided all needing to die. I'm like, you get so many. Some say that there's gonna be a solar flash, and that there's a fleet amassing that's going to pick up the most conscious people and take us to a new place to live. Like, all right, I hope my family can come, because I'm definitely getting on one of those. Although I'll be laughing if the solar flash comes in and I'm getting, there's a 2-mile high wall of water coming, and I'll be like, ha! Guess I wasn't one of the enlightened ones, huh? Right before I drowned. I love doing my show, though, because it's just, I love being in my head. I love playing around with all these ideas. Pedro, so grateful for all of you watching everywhere else. Mr. Robot Guy HD, nice to see you on YouTube. The YouTube and Twitch chat are, we may need to get some moderators. But hey, even the wild, ridiculous comments will actually help the stream rank higher.
USA.
Hey, John,
Why aren't you in
and that's the
school,
thing,
boy?
it's hard to tell.
There was a fire, and
You know, my wife is an
Principal
attorney,
Skinner
and
and
she's
all the
pretty.
teachers burned up.
My
The
wife's got a
Quicken
good
Look,
balance
at
of, like, you know, mainstream mass media and her own opinions. Whereas I kind of get out there a little more. You're like, no, Jerry, really? You get out there a little more?
Awesome,
I get out
man.
there a
That
little
was
more.
the best ride ever.
And my wife's like, what is she, what was I gonna say?
Take me to Seymour's house.
She obviously
Anyone asks,
is
just
of the
tell 'em we're
opinion of a
marking
lot of
tests.
this. She says, well, how can you be so skeptical of things that the mass media is putting out, but then you believe these people who have written a book? Like, how do you know the mass media
You're
is
sure
not
drive better
telling
than
the
Seymour.
truth? How do you know that your skepticism is placed in the right spot?
Don't you understand?
Like you
Take me
know,
to the
you
church.
think,
Well, it's got a lot of
you know, you
repentance
think
to do.
you're
Can I
skeptical of the. You think people that
Just
are just
call me
consuming the
there,
mass
Homer.
media and believe everything they say are fools, but then people think that you're a fool for believing all these crackpots with their
I
UFO
spoiled my
books
gum.
and alien abduction stories and galactic slave trade stories. You know, you believe them and you're skeptical over somebody that's reporting the news. Like, yeah, I see that.
That was
I
the
see
best
that.
trip
I
I ever had.
realize I'm not sure which things
do this
I
thing.
think are correct and which
Careful,
things
don't
aren't
sit on my
correct.
nachos.
I live with that uncertainty every day. I realize it's possible there are no extraterrestrials. There is no deep state. You know, and everything I've read is somebody's fanciful imagination who wants to get rich and read a book, or get rich and
That's a new
you
record.
know, get famous. That somebody might write a book like I'm reading now,
Whoa,
just
dude, I'm
because they
glad
want to
you
make
came
money
along.
You have any
and
barf bags?
you know,
don't
they're
feel
craving
so
some
good.
attention. I realize that. I live with that uncertainty every day. That I don't know for sure where the most truth is, so to speak. I don't know if the news reporter
Are you
who's
even
taking
watching,
things hella
bro?
serious
Hope you didn't puke.
on
See
whatever
you around,
channel
brother.
you watch, I don't know if they're right, or the alien dudes on that I love watching
Hello, Apu.
on Dr. Michael Sala's channel. I don't know who's got the best information. I figure I'll find out though.
prices make
And I figure whatever I'm passionate about is
you
the
like
right
stories.
direction, at least for me. And the alien, extraterrestrial, Illuminati, deep state, you know, suppressed technology, that is the topic that has grabbed my passion. And what I do trust is my passion.
Thank you very much
I
for the
do
adequate
trust
lift.
my enthusiasm. To me, that's guidance from God.
Hi, Marge.
Hi, Homer.
I hope
Be
my
careful,
guidance from God
okay?
doesn't encourage
Can
me
you
to
take
do
to the
anything really
preschool?
dumb, but
Maggie's ready to come
you know, it's
back.
like,
Damn, great.
because you hear people like, oh yeah, they flew the planes into the towers because they were guided by God. Allah told them to. Like, well, I hope God's guidance doesn't ever get like that for me.
Has to go now.
Now
You
that's
know, I
driving.
believe
You
my
need to
inner
drive
intuition
faster
is
if
my
you expect
personal
to make
guidance
any
from a higher
money.
power. Like
Chief Wiggum,
I trust my
what are you doing here?
enthusiasm.
Just making sure that people are obeying the law, that's all.
Dude, this
You
has
take
been
me
like a whole
home.
lot of me
Thieves
talking
stole my
today. Oh
police
my
car.
God.
Whatever.
Yeah, Brian, that's us. Thanks for the laugh on that. Hey, what's up, Zach? Nice to see you here. We're putting shirts on most of the time by popular demand. And because it's fun. I like playing dress up. And most of the time I'll wear men's clothes. Sometimes I'll slip a woman's top on. You won't even realize it.
That was
Give us your
too
ghost
easy.
story. Which
Could've
ghost
driven a
story do
little
you want,
faster.
Lisa?
Fancy
Hey,
understands.
what's up, Sojo? Nice to see you on Twitch. Hey, I bet Teflon, I bet you can. I bet you can catch
Oh, this
almost
video
anything
game
from a fart.
sucks.
I think a fart could give you almost any disease. And you know, my butt's wearing 2 masks right now. And if I sit next to you and fart, I bet I could pass almost anything to you. Ah! Teflon says, can you catch the dirty virus from a fart? I'm like, I bet you can catch
It's
almost
right,
anything
though.
from a fart. I heard Dr. Poo Poo said that I should wear 2 masks. So I'm like, all right, my butt's got 2 masks over it, and it's still passing diseases. Oh.
You'll rue the
Chris,
day
thanks
you
for the
cross
share,
Sable
Chris.
Montgomery Burns.
Corey, what's up, Corey? Corey says there's a deep state, but it's not all authoritarian tyrants. That's the information I'm getting. And that some of the people in the deep state want the population to be more conscious, more aware of what's going on, want the consciousness to be empowered. And that's why it's not as simple as saying that all the deep state or Illuminati are bad and authoritarian. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that point of view. Who just followed? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the 100 stars.
Kids.
Yeah, Corey, that seems pretty accurate to me. All right, who do you want me to use next? Brock says, what tools you use for streaming? I use OBS and Stream Elements. What's up, AK Sanders? Thanks for being everywhere. AK Sanders liked 100 of my videos on Instagram. I saw all those notifications. Corey, appreciate you being on Facebook. Big D, I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl this year. You need to tell me. I think I saw at the gym today. All right, we'll run Lisa. I think I saw at the gym today. I can't even remember which team won and lost. Like, they all run together. Did the Rams win or lose? I don't even know who's going to be in the Super Bowl. I'm digging this conversation. All right, hey, if you want to hear about last night, something weird was happening in my house last night. I was sitting, I'm pretty sure I left the lights on in the living room. Because I remember turning and looking and like the lights went off all of a sudden. So I'm sitting in the room with the kids last night. We have a sound machine. And the sound machine goes on uninterrupted playing rain sounds for 30 minutes. All of a sudden, the sound machine starts turning on and off. It starts, the sounds turn on and then they turn off.
Ready for electric speed.
And then I see a light all of a sudden. I'm sure there were lights on before.
I hope that shoplifters
all of a sudden, the lights go out that I had on in the living room. And I was kind of freaked out. I'm like, is the power going out right now? Like, what the hell? Like, usually you hear the air conditioner turn off when the power goes out. But I'm like, I asked Laura when she came home. I'm like, did you turn off the lights?
That was so fast.
And she's like, no.
Take this jerky as a
I'm
tip.
like, I left the lights on
Warp speed.
when I put the kids to bed in the living room because the house is hella dark otherwise, and I knew Laura'd be coming home from Pilates, so I left the lights on for her. And the sound machine getting disrupted, and then the lights turning off. And Laura's like, well, you know we have a... It's funny, because Laura's very practical, but... Then Laura's like, you know we have a friendly ghost in this house, right? I'm like, well, I guess they were around last night, because... Who the hell turned off the lights and was messing with the sound machine? Dude, that got me a little... I don't get freaked out very easily, no.
I've had
As you can... imagine from the stuff I listen to. Like one night, I'm not sure whether I was awake or having a dream. I'm not sure whether I was awake with sleep paralysis or whether I was having a dream, but I was laying exactly in the place I fell asleep in bed, face up. I couldn't move, and there was this ghost like hovering over me and screaming.
You sure drive
And I looked up at the ghost and I knew all it wanted was, it was a woman, a female ghost image. So I knew all she wanted was just, she wanted some love. So I gave her a hug.
Don't sit on my handheld.
I said, be quiet and come down here and give me a hug. And the ghost came came down into me and gave me a hug. And then I woke up the next day. I'm like, was that a dream or was I awake for that? And I had sleep paralysis. I don't know what happened. Yeah, and then you never know that a sound machine was connected to the Illuminati, a friendly ghost. I don't know, but that was some freaky stuff that happened last night. I know actually see, now I'm questioning myself. I'm like, did my daughter turn out the lights? Did I turn the lights out? I remember having a very clear sensation, though, that I thought the power went out. Because as soon as out of the corner of my eye, I saw underneath the door of my kids' room go dark. I was like, what the hell? Like, how did that happen? Now I'm wondering, like, did I turn the lights off and I saw the lights from Laura when she pulled in the driveway? It's amazing how when you have, our minds are so programmed into a certain idea of reality that we actually question ourselves when anything unusual happens. And we try and explain it in a way that makes logical sense. Like, I guess maybe I did just leave the lights on. Or, you know, maybe my daughter turned them off after she went to the bathroom before. Like, what I do, I put the kids to bed, I sing them You Are My Sunshine, except my own version that's all positive instead of, you know, don't take my sunshine away. I say, keep my sunshine around forever. How about that? And I say, you'll always know how much I love you instead of you'll never know, because What a silly song. You'll never know how much I love you? That's crap. I know how much my dad and my mom love me. I know it very well. I know exactly how well they love me.
lifesaver.
Sit back and leave the driving to me.
So then I sit in
Hey,
the
got
room
to
with
go to
them while they
Skinner's.
fall asleep
He's
because
making
I
me hose
found
off
if I
his
don't
mother.
sit in the room, they're more likely to have trouble falling asleep, get out of the bed, etc. So I sit in the room. They like me or Laura to sit in the room for about 30 minutes while they fall asleep. So last
We'll
night,
meet again.
I'm in there.
Oh, we'll meet
The
again.
sound machine, it just starts doing some weird stuff and then it stops. And all night last night, it didn't do anything
Here we
weird
are,
either.
safe
I'm like,
and
what the
sound.
Well,
hell?
thanks you for the lift.
Wait, what? No. Seriously, Corey said, Corey, you're a supporter on Facebook too, and you've been following 3 years. Nice, thanks a lot, Corey. Stop it. Corey said Siri woke me up in the middle of the night saying you can check out at any time you like, but you can never leave? Really? Oh my god, that's freaky. From the stories I've heard, ghosts are able to easily influence electromagnetically based devices, and that there's an AI. Alright, so that's a little more clear information. I've also heard that there's an AI god, you could think of it as an electromagnetic life form that and it's generally identified as kind of the Satan leader of the you know, all the dark stuff you want to think of, leader of the Illuminati, the occult.
Lisa Simpson is never
It
tardy.
is. This AI god is thought of as
Hi,
being
is it
able to
carpooling
influence
Just get me out
any
of here,
electronic device,
Sure thing.
especially more advanced electronic devices. But it struggles to do much with biological life forms.
Oh, no!
It can get in your mind a little bit, but if this AI god thing is real, the goal is to get chips and nanites into your biological body, because from there, the AI god will be able to control you, and you'll be
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
you'll be like you'll be a slave to this life form. Once you've got a critical mass of the nanites and the implants in you, then it can directly control you.
I forgot where I need to go.
Don't sit on my handheld.
So we're having the goal of the conversation today is to expand your mind.
Now that was efficient.
Get
My
you
wrinkles
into
hurt.
wondering what's possible. I think it's really healthy to
But I was
wonder
just getting
what's
started.
possible. Because to me, what causes most of our problems is having a closed mind. Thinking this is how things are, this is how they're gonna be. To me, the solution to everything is opening your mind. Corey says the succubus might be controlling your sound machine. Oh, Big D, thanks for telling me who's in the playoff. All the Bucks are in the playoffs? That's awesome. Josie, nice to see you here. We've been having a real far out there conversation today. It's been delicious. Chris Byron, what's up? Chris, Joshua. Yeah, Brian, I've heard that. I've heard that. However, that's one of those things I don't know. I don't know. I've heard it. And I believe it's possible. Justin says reality is what you make it. That's what I'm reading. Somebody asked me on a stream, on the last stream, they said, how do you get your vibes up for your live stream?
Damage for one day.
And here's the thing. Every little thing you do all the time is contributing to your vibes. Everything you do. And some of the best ways I keep my vibes up there is I read books. I read books that expand my mind. Here, for example, this is a book I'm reading. It's Expanding My Mind. This is an independently published book. It says, as you can see on the title, a true account of a man's 20-year abduction. This book includes Illuminati rituals, human sacrifice, alien abduction, trips to the moon, and that's just in the first 75 pages. It includes time travel. It includes cloning and having your soul moved from one body to another. This book is a mind expander, and that's what I like. The more open my mind is, the more I have the ability to... The more open my mind is, the more powerful I am,
I'm
the
Bart
more
Simpson. Who the hell
possibilities
are
I
you?
can conceive of, the more I intuitively get solutions. Cliff says, check out the series on Netflix, Alice of Borderlands. I haven't heard of that one before. Corey says, readers are leaders. Exactly. If you want to raise your vibes, one of the biggest things you can do is read something every day that expands your mind. And especially expands it into possibilities you hadn't previously conceived of. Like, you know, I realized some of my expectations, one of the main opportunities I have to improve in my life is expand my expectations of what's possible. Like most of us our idea of how long we can live is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. I realized I could live 10,000 years. I mean, I could get cloned 1,000 times. You know, I might have one heck of a life in front of me. I may live on hundreds of different planets all over in the galaxy. I'm not saying that's definitely gonna happen, but I'm saying that's in the realm of possibility now. That's possible for my life. Hey, what's up? Dogforce73. Oh, we got another spammer on Twitch, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So buy followers, primes, and viewers.
Another defiant
Great.
motorist?
Thanks a lot.
You'll soon learn your lesson, friend.
Justin says that people that control the world fear open-minded people. It seems that if, assuming this matrix of control I'm reading about is correct, that yes, the goal, if you want to control people, is to feed people one narrative and make them think that's true, and then sabotage the other narratives and stories as much as possible. And make people feel stupid or look stupid for thinking anything besides the state-selected narrative is true or possible.
All right, chill, man.
Yeah, to me, if you want to realize your full power, open-mindedness is where you want to get to. For example, open-mindedness will help you in all kinds of ways with health. If you're open-minded,
Safe and sound.
That was the
you can
greatest
see
ride in history.
any health condition. You know, there's a lot of different ways it could be fixed or cured. Like if you've got cancer, there's not just one way to go about it. You could use alternative treatments to cure yourself from cancer. I've read a bunch of people who've done that. You can actually use what I do, I use alternative treatments to prevent things from coming up in the first place.
That was simply awful. Simply
Jerry's doing a
awful.
super job of uploading his personality to the internet, right? I know, maybe I'll wake up in 1,000 years and they'll have created an AI version of me based on my videos. Like, well, Mr. Banfield, no, please call me Jerry. Jerry, you made over 20,000 videos. I've already made over 7,000 videos, so I'm thinking, you know, theoretical future. You made all these videos. We've been able to assemble your consciousness from all these videos. All right, that sounds good. Dylan, nice to see you today.
Shut up and drive, Simpson.
You got it.
Yeah, time for some mass destruction, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dylan. Appreciate you being here. I'm a big I believe that we've been sold the idea of a creator and a savior outside of us to distract us from our true power. I believe that Jesus' true teaching was saying a lot like what I'm saying here, that you are powerful.
And here we are.
That you are capable of doing incredible things. That just, I believe that Jesus was trying to show us what each of us is capable of.
Where can I take you?
And that the church and the, Illuminati, fear, mind control matrix converted Jesus's true teachings into a teaching of he did this and he is God and you should worship him. And since he's not here, we're going to tell you what to do. And you do what we tell you to do. To me, what the teaching of all the spiritual masters has been to, Buddha, Jesus, was that you are creating this world. You are God. You are God. You don't have to worship anybody else. Every other person is your equal. If the president is my equal. Now, sure, the president has things that the president can do that I can't do, but I have things that I can do that the president can't do as well. We are truly equals. The homeless man on the street, the billionaire on Wall Street, all of these are my equals. Jesus is my equal. He is not superior or to be worshipped, neither is the Buddha. These are teachers who can help show me things that I can do myself and that is possible. You know, I've been reincarnated as one of them. You don't know. But I look at it, I think we've been trained
Welcome to your destination.
to essentially live our whole lives like children, that you just do what you're told, worship somebody else. What I'm encouraging you to do is follow your own inner guidance. Your own inner guidance
take me home,
will
please.
perfectly take you to where you need to
Chill,
go.
man.
And to that end, you don't need me. I'm just another messenger encouraging you, follow your inner guidance. Follow your passion. I'm here because I'm following my passion. This is what I really wanted to do this afternoon. At the same time, though, be considerate of your
My
fellows.
wrinkles
So
hurt.
follow your passion, you know, doesn't mean to just like rule
man,
the
this
world
sucks.
and, you know, blow everybody up, but to also be considerate. Follow your passion and be considerate of how you can help and serve others. Jerry says, I can believe that. I love that. Jerry can't get past this challenge. He needs a clone. I do, right? Sometimes I wish my wife could be cloned too, and sometimes she wishes she could be cloned too. I think my wife would be okay with me having two wives if they were clones. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I think my wife would be okay with me having two wives if they were both her clones. I think that'd be great.
I've seen circus chimps who drive better than you do.
Somebody, my wife would love that. My wife would love to be cloned too. Oh my God. I know most of us have been programmed hard for our whole life to think that we are powerless by ourselves and that we have no power on our own. But you have massive power. You are here because of your own power and your own choices. You are right here. And yes, you do need other people. And I look at something like the Holy Spirit as my highest self. That's who I am. I've incarnated here. That's who I am and who all of you are. But thank you for the share. There's been massive effort for all of human history to essentially convince you that you're not powerful, you're powerless. Put your head down, do what they tell you at church or at your job, or if, you know, like you're a stay-at-home parent, do what your spouse tells you. There's always somebody telling you what to do, and I'm saying look within and find your inner voice, find who you are, and you shall know what is best for you to do. And the way I look at it, whatever anyone else thinks I should do is secondary. What I feel is right will come through other people, but will also, you know, what is truly right for me will be validated by somebody else. And what's right for me, thanks for the Nicholas, Mr. Personality. Thank you for the 420. Good to see you today. I trust my own inner guidance and wisdom more than I trust anything outside of myself. And in fact, you know, what I see is the way I set my intentions inside controls what comes to me from the outside. Hey, Heath, I'm glad I could cheer you up today. We got supernatural, extraterrestrial, we got wild in the stream today. It's been a fun time. Now it's time to chill, enjoy some time with my kids, put my kids to bed. If any of you was the ghost that was, or you know the ghost who was messing with my sound machine, I'm leaving the lights on tonight.
Who the hell are you?
And I'm gonna be listening to that sound machine. If you want to really join me in outer space, this is the book I'm reading. It's an independently published book. It just came out on Amazon. The author knows nothing about me. I just have so much passion. I gotta tell you about this book. I might interview the author. I think I can interview him for like 75 bucks. We might do an interview on him one day. If you want to really get out there with me, this is only available in paperback right now too. So I'm ripping through this book. I haven't read a paperback book with this kind of passion in a long time. I got through the first 75 pages already.
Where you going?
So much love. Thank you very much for being here, my friends. Let's wrap all these live stream ups on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I appreciate you watching. wherever you are.
Get ready for some big Willie style.
Oh yeah, I love all of you being here. This is so fabulous to do this with you. And I hope I shared something that's useful for you today. I'm sure I did. Brock, have a good day. Thank you very much. Lisa, Adam, Brian, thanks for being here at the end. Apes Gaming TV, much love. Thanks for being here on Twitch. Thanks for being one of the real chatters on Twitch. Let's go ahead and end the YouTube stream.